החורבן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה.
Okay. Thanks to everyone for joining. We're going to start with Daas Tevunos, page 142 in the English, and in the Hebrew, in the Rabbi Freelander edition. We're in the middle of Siman Nun Tes 59. Amra Hanashama. So I say very good if you're joining for the first time, because it's a new topic. We've been talking about for the past few weeks the two Hanhagas of Hashem, the two ways that God deals with the world. One is Hanhagas HaMishpat, justice, that if a person does good, he gets rewarded. If he does bad, he gets punished. That is one way that Hashem deals with the world. And there's another way Hashem deals with the world called Hanhagas HaYichud, where God is constantly pushing the world to its final conclusion, where everyone will recognize that God is one. Actually, on Wednesday nights, we're learning Derech Hashem again. And we mentioned that in Shema, when we say Shema, we should have this kavanah, we should have this intent that when we're saying Shema, that Hear, O Israel, Hashem is our God, Hashem is one. It doesn't just mean that Hashem is not physically, but that He is one and not two. But it also means that God is in complete control of the world. And not only that the world one day will recognize this fact and live in accordance with that fact. And the Ramchal says over there in Derech Hashem, every time we say Shema, we bring the world a little closer to its conclusion. So that's a little, I think it's very, should give us a lot of chizuk, very empowering, that every time we're saying Shema, if we think about these things, we are bringing the world a little bit closer to the times of Mashiach and to its complete rectification and to its final stage, which is very, very powerful. So when we say Shema twice a day, so it's very, very important. Okay, so now we're going to another topic, which is, we will see about the soul, the body and the soul, and then to talk about Tchias HaMesim, the resurrection of the dead. All very, very important things in Judaism. In fact, believing in the resurrection of the dead is one of the 13 beliefs that a person has to believe. If someone doesn't believe in one of these 13 beliefs, he is not considered part of the Jewish people. A very serious infraction. So let's learn about it. Amar Neshama, says the soul. Now I would like to understand the composition of man, a human being. This is something that I have to understand properly. Everything revolves around man, and all of the service revolves around human beings. As we've said, that God created the world for the purpose of humans. Only human beings, when we act in a certain way, our actions affect the spiritual world. And like we were just talking about, bringing the world to its perfection. What beings bring the world about to its perfection? Only human beings. Angels can't do it, animals can't do it, only us. So everything in the world was created for human beings. A very egocentric view of the world, but it's true. Bishvili, this is what it means, Bishvili nivra ha'olam, that the world was created for me. The world was created for humans. So it's very, should make us feel very important, because we are very important. Meaning that doesn't mean we should step on the rights of others, but it means as human beings, a person should never feel depressed because he's a human being and he has the power to change the world. Amar HaSeichel, says the intellect. Hine tzadakta b'dvarecha. You're correct what you say. Adam hu hakavana hatachlisi b'chol ma'asav yizbarach shemo. A human being is the ultimate purpose for everything God did. Al kain rak mishiyavan ezos al buryo yeda tochios kol hakodem elav. So we have to understand everything that came before it. Ki megamas hakol hu rak lavo el hatachlis hazeh. When we understand everything, we'll understand this purpose. Amar Hanashama, says the soul. Afkan yelana lidrush harbe me'od. I think here we need to talk about this a lot and learn about it a lot. Amar HaSeichel, says the intellect. We need to talk about three things. When it comes to talking about man, human beings, there are three things we need to know. Al-Mitziyuso, what he's made out of. Mitziyuso shel Adam, Al-Ma'asav, his deeds, Al-Pri Ma'asav, and what comes out of his deeds. 63. Amar Hanashama, says the soul. Im kain hadarshu rachav yoser. If so, this topic seems very vast. It is. Amar HaSeichel, says the Seichel. Aval reish milan naimar ve'idach perusha naniach lechacham ve'yachem ob. He says we're just going to talk about the main things, and a wise person can figure out everything else from that. So we're not going to go into exceeding depth for every single one of these topics. We're going to talk about the main ideas. Amar Hanashama, Daber Dvarcha, please speak. Amar HaSeichel, Kan Srichen Lavo Al Inyan Tchias HaMesim, and here we need to talk about the resurrection of the dead. Sha'anu Ma'aminim Bo Vadai, believe Shum Safik. We believe in it without any doubt whatsoever. Like we mentioned, this is one of the 13 principles of faith that every Jew has to believe. If someone tells you they don't believe in one of these 13 principles, don't hang out with him. For sure, don't appoint him as a rabbi. Amar Hanashama, says the soul. He says, this is one of the things that I already mentioned I would like to know about. And now let's understand it in depth. This is at the beginning of the Sefer, if you remember, the neshama said to the intellect, the soul said to the intellect that there are many things that he would like to hear details about that he doesn't understand well. And one of those things was the resurrection of the dead, which is something we always talk about. We say it 3 times a day in Shemona Esrei. We bless Hashem that He's going to resurrect the dead. So what does that mean? Like zombies, like Michael Jackson's Thriller? Is that what's going to happen?
Is that a hypothetical? Or is that like...
No, real. It's going to happen. Resurrect the dead.
Does He resurrect? I mean, does it happen, or is it like...
Oh, so it will happen. We believe that it's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet.
So it hasn't happened. Gotcha.
Right, but we're going to learn what's first of all we have to know, like, why is that going to, what's the purpose of that, and how is it going to happen, and that's what he's going to talk about now.
Why should we want that too?
That's what we have to learn. What's the purpose? Okay. Right. That's what I say. Spoiler alert. It's not like Michael Jackson's Thriller. We're not going to all come back like zombies and start like synchronized dancing. That's it's not what it is. It's something. What? Thriller. Like all these rabbis like. No, so that's not what's going to happen. But we're going.
What are you guys watching?
Listen, for us born, I feel bad for the yeshivish people in class that have never seen Thriller. You're lacking in your ideas in life.
Well, your idea of Chias Mason is forever cloud changed because of this stupid movie.
First of all, it wasn't a
Kyle's coming to write not like that.
Don't think.
First of all, it wasn't a movie. It was a music video, and
Is it all the dead, or is it just the righteous people?
so we'll see.
Okay.
We will see. It's going to be. We actually might not get to it this week because he's going to first talk about what the soul is. First, he's going to talk what is a human being made of. Next week, we'll probably talk more about Chias Mason.
Stretch out for a couple more weeks, like this. Everyone will come back.
If people are interested in Chias Mason, for sure. Okay. What?
Show the video.
Yeah. We'll have.
I want to see this.
You haven't seen Thriller? You never seen Thriller?
I've heard of it.
What?
Don't.
What? Okay.
I don't feel left out. I know.
Say after
You also
my
didn't see
time.
Thriller. I'm making all these. I have to make more. I have to stop with the references. Nobody in the shir gets it. I thought everyone. Okay.
I grew up in the 70s. So
This is '84. It came out.
that's past my time.
All right. You've heard of Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Fine. I heard a big rabbi talking, and he said, he's like, "What do you have to play basketball for to be as good as Michael Jackson?" So I enjoyed that. Okay. So Samaches. Amar Seichel, says the intellect. Hine, Inyan Chias Mason b'kitzur b'chal pashtu. The topic of the resurrection of the dead, in short, is simple. Kikasher bara kadosh baruch hu esa adam guf neshama. When Hashem created a human being with a body and a soul, la'avod u'lamasa, to serve Him. Shneihem ke'echad, He created them both together. As kol avodas hakodesh, to do all of His holy work, HaTorah mitzvahs, studying Torah and doing mitzvahs, Asher nasa lahem, that He gave to them. Hine royehu, it's befitting shegam b'kabbalas haschar hanitzchi yachtav yihu, that when they get reward, they should get it together. Ki lo yitachin shi haguf amel v'lo lo. It doesn't make any sense that the body should serve Hashem and not getting a reward. That Hashem does not neglect to give reward for any mitzvah that's done. So he says like this. A human being is made of 2 parts, a soul and a body. So since our soul and our body is serving Hashem our entire lives, we just put on tefillin, that involves using our arm, and we're studying Torah now, that involves our whole mind and our whole body. It can't be that Hashem is just going to give reward to the soul and not reward to the body. So the purpose of Chias Mason, of the resurrection of the dead, is that so the body and the soul will get rewarded together. Because it can't be that Hashem won't give reward. Hashem is so precise in the reward that He gives. Everything that did the service of Hashem has to be rewarded, which includes the body and the soul. People think that when we say Olam Haba, right, the world to come, people think, oh, that's when people die and they go up to heaven. That's called Olam Haba. In the world of Ramchal, that's not true. In the Mekubalim, that's not true. Olam Haba means that after Mashiach comes, after that, at some point, human beings will be resurrected. And the purpose of that resurrection is that the body and the soul will be rewarded. And that is what's called Olam Haba. And we're going to learn how Hashem is going to transform our current world and the way it is to what's called Olam Haba, the world to come, and it will be in a more spiritual state. And in that spiritual state, the body and soul will both receive reward. But what we need to understand more is the detailed connection, the way the body and soul are connected. B'hischabram, b'hipardim, how they are together, how they will be separated. Ubeshuvam l'hischaber chibur gomer, and when they will be rejoined for a total connection. Right? When a person's alive, his body and soul is connected. After he dies, then the body we see is still in the ground, and the soul is in, which is called Olam HaNeshamas, the world of souls. Now, after Tchias HaMesim, when the resurrection of the dead, the soul will rejoin the body, and then we're going to learn that the soul will impact the body in a certain way after that time that it can't impact it now. Kol ele yifol el im kol adam. This will happen to everybody. Now, it's very interesting. I was wondering this. This is what Darren just brought up. Will everyone be resurrected? So here it sounds that everyone's going to be resurrected. But you look in the Mishnayos and Sanhedrin, it sounds like there's certain people, like heretics, they won't be resurrected. For example, let's say you don't hold of one of the 13 principles of faith, including Tchias HaMesim. Such a person won't be resurrected. But here, the Ramchal is saying, seems like everybody, but I don't know if this is such a diuk here. Maybe he just means like every normal person, not a heretic or something like that. Or someone who denigrates Torah scholars won't be resurrected. These things need explanation, and a complete explanation which will be satisfying. I think we'll stop here for the week. Next week we'll continue more about the soul and the resurrection of the dead, and it'll be very.
You'll bring a video.
We'll bring a video. Thriller.
As long as you made popcorn.